Hello everybody, Hassan here, engineer, MBA, and investor. And in today's video, we are talking about the big news, the big press release, the big news of the year in the CRISPR landscape. CRISPR Therapeutics has gotten the green light from the external committee in front of the FDA. And of course, we anticipated this a couple of weeks ago. In fact, if you guys look my video catalog, I think every week I've been talking about this news that's about to happen on the 31st of October, rather. So just as a recap for people that are a little bit unaware or maybe finding this video for the first time, basically the FDA is supposed to give a official decision on the program that CRISPR Therapeutics has with the Vertex, which of course Vertex owns 60%, 40% is owned by CRISPR Therapeutics, but it doesn't really matter about the ownership percentage. What matters is it is the first time ever that a CRISPR-based therapy is about to be potentially approved by the FDA. Now, the reason why this matters is because not only it's the first time, but the FDA is obviously the biggest health regulatory body in the world. And of course, that is in the US, obviously US having the biggest economy out of all the nations. Maybe some continents combined, the US is still a lot bigger. So if you can crack inside the US when it comes to getting through the FDA, then you're in. Right? Once you're in, right? Of course, this is more symbolic move. Of course, CRISPR, the technology, we know how great it is. We've seen the data on patients in clinical trials. We've seen data, preclinical data on animals, on mammals, mice, monkeys, but we have yet to see this go commercial. And if it goes commercial, it has to, of course, be FDA approved in the US at least. And the official decision is on the December 8th, and they reiterate that here for sickle cell disease, which is, of course, one of the two diseases of CRISPR Therapeutics program, Exa-Cel, the second one being beta thalassemia. But if you just focus on sickle cell disease, basically, by the 8th December, it could be in 2 weeks, it could be December 1st, it could be December 7th, or it could be December 8th. But it has to be by December 8th. The FDA has to say yes or no to this program. But what they usually do, the FDA, and this is not just for this program, it's just for any other program that they're reviewing, including this one, is they get this external committee. Okay, and this external committee, what is it, right? Maybe that's the first question you should be asking. This external committee is basically composed of a bunch of scientists, researchers, doctors, really not really affiliated as per se to the anything with CRISPR Therapeutics or Vertex. Of course, they're independent bodies, but they have obviously some sort of knowledge when it comes to medicine, when it comes to the FDA, when it comes to criteria. They have a long history of experience. I've already expressed my concern about just the fact that we don't get to see who it is, but it doesn't really matter at this point for this program, because what happened here on the 31st of October, of course this was on Tuesday of this week, is the FDA basically got the green light from this external committee. So the majority of this committee basically said yes to this program. And of course the FDA tends to approve the biomedical program, whether or not it's, it doesn't have to be gene editing, just any therapy that they're reviewing. They usually say yes if the external committee says yes. And that's the trend. That's what we've seen in the past. And we have all reasons here now to officially believe that the FDA will indeed potentially say yes in December 8th. Basically, Let's put it this way, right? I was basically 70 to 80% sure that they would approve it by December 8th and not deny it. Now I'm basically 90 to 95%. I mean, I'm still leaving a little room there that they could turn around and delay the whole thing. But, you never know what can happen. But I think this is going through. I think we'll be, in 2024, we'll be seeing this thing go commercial. This is a huge win for CRISPR landscape. The whole CRISPR companies, for everybody's been who's been watching these videos for the past 2+ years. I mean, we're reaching 3 years now. Look at this, guys. Like, since October 31st, the stock of CRISPR Therapeutics jumped over 31%. That's amazing, guys. Like, when you think about it, just think about it. From a external committee saying yes, that jumped the stock price 30%. What will happen if the FDA approves it? Just think about this, guys. Just try to think about this. I have to remind viewers that the whole point of us being in this space is for, and being early in this space, is because we believe that the FDA will allow these companies to go commercial with their therapies. And if they do go commercial, then we're looking at a massive amount of not just revenue but profits. There is a lot of money being made here as an investor, guys. Make no mistake. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm all about the science. You guys know this. You've seen my videos. I love the science piece. I love, what it can do for humanity. These patients, these sickle cell disease patients. I mean, this press release said it. There's about 20,000 people with severe sickle cell disease right now that the FDA can tackle. And I think they are going to consider that, because if they deny that, then you have all these 20,000 people that just cannot get this commercial therapy. And it's already discussed that the first year is going to be about 1,000 therapies. So how long it will take to cover 20,000? I mean, I'm not saying it's going to take 20 years, because, we can't just assume it's going to be 1,000. Obviously, this is going to ramp up really, really quick, but at least a few years. And by then, you'll have other programs in the FDA review for other, therapies for other diseases. And of course, other companies are going to pitch in as well, because this is the first mover advantage, right? I mean, look, I'm a big fan of Beam Therapeutics. I mean, look at the stock price of Beam Therapeutics, guy. It did not, shy at all. This also jumped about almost 30%. You look at Antilia also up big. I mean, we're looking at 22%, a little bit lower than those latter two. But, it's still a lot of money, guys. Like, that's a lot of profits. Like, when you think about it, that's why I keep saying, investors, be patient. The time's going to come. Caribou up about 15%. So, generally, a uptrend of these companies. Of course, we still have to wait for the official decision. But things are looking good, guys. This is big. This is really, really big. I'm really happy to see, guys. I hope you are as well. Let me know in the comments, guys. I had to make a video here. I know we're not Saturday or Sunday, but I had to make a video. Hopefully you guys appreciate this one. It's a big news, big win for this CRISPR landscape. Have a great evening, guys. Do like this video if you have value, subscribe if you're not, and I'll see you over the weekend. Thank you.